Africa, a flame ignites, a rhythm so vibrant.
Welcome on board, everybody. Thank you for joining.
Still with academy,
Let's answer all the questions you have. Let's go, people.
embrace the
Let's go.
tempo. Let your
All your
dreams take
questions,
storm.
let's
Rise
get
up,
it answered. Let's go, people.
guide your way. Unlock your
Thank you all.
potential. Seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom. Let your light shine, shine. Still with academy. It's your time. Feel the drums pulsate.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Just wanted to have a section where we can just answer questions. And if you don't mind, welcome on board. Thank you for taking the time to join also. Thank you, everybody. So we just decided that it makes a lot of sense. A lot of you have reached out
Thank
to
you.
me, and I thought it made the most sense to just speak about it. Hey, hi, William from H Town, Houston. Let's type and see where we are calling in and chatting in from. Thank you, William. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you. All right, let's see where we're chatting in from. Thank you, everybody. So let's just go ahead and just want to welcome you on board again, everybody. Thank you for taking the time, and we just wanted to use this as an opportunity to have additional Q and A, since some of us requested to have someone to speak with real quick. So I said, okay, why not? Let's quickly have a quick Q and A. If you don't mind, just feel free. Just go ahead and type any question. Hi, Demi. Hi, Demi from Calgary, Canada. Hoo. I did. All right, Demi from Katy, Texas. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome job, everybody. I know it was short notice and it was last minute. We decided, you know what? Why don't we just catch up with everybody in one central place, real quick, where we get to ask questions? And, a lot of you have already asked me a lot of questions one on one, and I thought it was in our best interest collectively to just go ahead and answer those questions. Hey, Ontario, Canada, welcome. Hey, Mercy, awesome. Hey, Mayan, Richmond, Texas. Thank you. Thank you. All. Awesome. If you don't mind, slam the like button also. That would be nice to get more people to be aware that we are live right now. Richmond, Texas. Thank you. That is awesome. Thank you, everybody. So, what I like to just do or start with is just to address some of the common questions I've seen a lot of you ask. Then, if anything is missing, hey, thanks from um, Bumi from Michigan. Thank you. If anything is really missing, I can chip it in. You all can type your questions and I can answer those questions also in real time. But the common thing is that a lot of us have asked me is let me start with the elephant in the room for most people is that we've all done a lot of training. We've done a lot of empowering ourselves with different skills. And one of the challenges has always been at the end of it, we are not really getting enough traction. We are not getting interviews. So we understand that. For the last 9, 10 months, yeah, the economy was a little bit unpredictable. Yes, we can all agree on that. And the uncertainty were there, so I know. But at the end of the day, the way I personally look at it is we have to look at it from a body of work point of view, meaning as you learn different areas, different space, I honestly believe it's not a waste. So don't feel, I think we should not feel overwhelmed that your knowledge and the skill you've acquired in any past field is a waste. I don't think so. I think it's part of your collective body of work. And in the long terms, it's really helps with making you have the resilience, the capacity to function more effectively. So I think it's not a bad thing. So that's my own personal take about it. So I look at it from a body of work point of view, meaning everything combined in cumulative makes you a better seasoned professional. So somebody asked, okay, so let's just address some of the question and I'll show some of this so that we can talk about it together. It says, I'm interested in GRC. How do I start? What are certificate relevant? Do I need to be complete exam? Blah, blah. Okay. So good point. So what we do is we specialize and focus on empowering with the non-technical side of cyber. So cyber GRC, we focus on that. So you can get the skill from our program. The program is very hands-on driven. Specifically, we make it project driven, meaning every one of the projects you work on, you can take ownership of it because that's going to be your interview conversation, really. Now, we are not of the illusion anything is automatic, so we expect us to put some work, right? So we got to put the work, put the time, no shortcut in this process. But I think with consistency of discipline, and when I say put the work, honestly, I'm just saying, just give me 1 hour a day for the next 2 months. The 1 hour might be you listening to video recording, past lecture, interacting with colleagues, which you will in our program. It's very interactive, very engaging, and we measure how success is by your contribution to the group itself. One thing we're also implementing right now is a body system whereby within your small group, you would also have a body group, meaning, your body will be like three people within your. It's a new thing we are just implementing also, hopefully to take effect in this program. So you have a body system, your cult group, then your body system. And the whole idea is to keep every one of us accountable at the end of the day. Now, for certification, and I'll be honest, the way I say it mostly, our focus is on skill. Now, certification, you will still put on the resume, you will just put in bracket in view, meaning you're working towards the certification. So that's what we recommend. Do we need CompTIA? So we are partners with CompTIA also. We offer the Security Plus program, but it's going to kick off possibly in August in our own community. So that program will kick off there. Now, there are other certifications that applies to GRC. There's GRCP. There is C-Risk from ISACA. GRCP is from a body called CEG. There is CISA also for some people that want to be auditors. So any one of them is fine. But in the scheme of things for us, in terms of priorities, we think of the economic side, the job, get the skill that we can use to start marketing towards a job immediately. That's our first thinking. All right, another question from Mercy. Do you have with LinkedIn optimization and market target? Now, for LinkedIn optimization, we don't do that. However, we guide you on what we think you should do because it's your profile, right? So you have to, we'll give you some videos to show you how you can optimize your LinkedIn. One thing we are trying to do right now is also bring some guest speakers to tell us step by steps on how to optimize your LinkedIn profile also. However, for the mock interview, a lot of you might have seen us. We do the Lions Den segment. We've also implemented it in a way that during our program, our core program, we have mini Lions Den whereby everybody gets a chance within their group to start practicing for interviews. As a matter of fact, by our third class, mostly in the middle of the second week, we always sneak in building resume first. Now, when you build your resume in our community, we also do optimization of those resumes, meaning we have a team dedicated to help you with optimizing the resume towards job, and it will be good enough that you can use it for multiple job search in the future, which is good. Now, one thing we are piloting right now, don't hold me accountable for that yet because it's at the pilot phases. For a fraction, a tiny fee, we would have a team dedicated to help apply for roles for a week. So let's say they will do like 100 jobs for you for a token. And the reason it's important is some of us life is so busy we don't have the time to sit down and actually apply to a lot of jobs because it's a game of numbers. Whatever field you are playing with right now, it doesn't matter. It's a game of number. It's a fair thing to say if you're applying to one job a day and I'm applying to 20 a day, the 20 a day would have a better chance of getting an opportunity. That's what I think. So that's why I look at it that it's a game of volume. So we have to become sales men and women and be aggressive in applying. So I think that's the key. Just be aggressive in applying. And if we do that, we stand a better chance. I mean, that's the way I look at it. All right, let's another one. Okay, somebody said we have 200 people registered for the course. No, what you see in the group is not 200 people registered for the course. The people in the group, some of you are in part of a group that we have. Those are people that have inquired around the GRC program that we have. So they have not; those are not registered people in the program. And the way we look at it is, if you have been part of our program already, anyone registered specifically for the program itself, you will still be in smaller group. So we have it figured out. You will have a small core group, even to the point of which is the next step for us, a body system where it will just be three. The group system for us, mostly you will be about 20 people in a group, around that number to 25. So it's a smaller group. Those will be group where you do live, you meet one on one, you do your thing, at that point, it's a smaller group. Now, we're even taking it even further because we've seen it effective that when you have a small group, they tend to um, sharpen each other's drive and focus at the end of the day. So it means, they look out for each other. And if you guys were part of the information session yesterday, one of our folks, she mentioned two of our body that they studied together. They got a job a week apart from each other, which is awesome, really. And I think it's just universal, right? If my circle of influence are focused on certain area, I tend to also be focused because we kind of rub off each other's energy positively. So we are, it's a new thing, but we think it will be very effective. For now, we are thinking of three. It might be four, but I think three is a good start so that we know each other, we motivate each other. And now, the part we are still trying to figure out, quite honest, is that you want to make sure that you have three positive people. So if you have three negative people, then naturally they will just be negative to each other. So, but we'll set up the rules of engagement for such a program. It's going to be very, very focused on positive energy, nothing else really, because the world has enough negative. We just want people to drive us towards positive change. That's all. Okay, let's see another one. Is the fees in US dollars or Canadian? We're based in Dallas, Texas, so it's in US dollars. All our programs are in US dollars. So, and I know we have a lot of Canadian folks. We have folks from the UK and different places, but we are based in the US. So, well, actually, some of us are Canadian. I was in Calgary yesterday, actually, so I just came back yesterday night. So I was in Calgary for 2 days. So, all right, let's see more questions. Please feel free type your questions. This is your show. What about questions? I know we've addressed a lot of the questions in the past, but feel free, throw the questions out. Let's think about it together. Let's see what, make sure that I can do justice to your questions, your concerns. Um, please go ahead and keep typing. I'm looking at the chat right now. Okay, let me just throw some other questions I've seen people ask me. People ask me, is there a payment plan? Yes, there is. There are three up. You can either use yes twice or three times. But if you use the for one-time payment for people, we have you can take advantage of a 10% coupon that we shared yesterday. I think it's great 10. So you can take advantage of that. So you can sneak that in for yourself. Somebody asked me what's the price. The price is 7.99 for the program. So the coupon is great 10. That should work. More questions? Duration is 5 weeks. And within the 5 weeks, the expectation is every day we commit 1 hour of study time. That is the expectation. If we can do 1 hour of study time, I think we stand a very good chance. That's the way I look at it because 1 hour of study time means we've effectively put, additional easily 30 hours plus. you know. So if we put 1 hour of study time, that is 30 hours. All I need is daily give me 1 hour. If you can do that, I think you'll be fine. No shortcut in the process. We got to put the time, the work to make us successful. All right. More questions? And I'll probably do this tomorrow also for people that just want to get, because I think it's important to have access to ask questions. Somebody said, do we have certification of completion from your academy? Yes, we do. And just for heads up, ladies and gentlemen, right today we have a group called GLIP. GLIC is a global platform for mentorship. They work with SkillWith also, the brightest in the world in mentoring people. I didn't want to disturb you all because you guys are here for the Cyber GRC program, but that is going to come up in the next 2 hours, I think 1.5 hours. If you want to join that, feel free to join that segment. I don't want to. I was avoiding posting it in the WhatsApp group for the JRC because I don't want to confuse anybody. It's a different program, but these are the best in the world. They help the Saudi government, UAE government, state of New York. It's a great, great program. But I just want to, in case you see you can join our live segments like us. So when you see that segment go live, just listen in. But I'm not going to share it in the GRC group so I don't distract us. But like also that when you see it pop up, you can just take advantage of it and listen in. All right, more questions. Okay, somebody said, yeah, we get a certification of completion from Skill with. Yes, you do. If we are doing payment plan, would there be interest? There is no interest. However, every jurisdiction take taxes now for most online businesses. So your jurisdiction will take taxes wherever, whichever state you are. More questions. This is your show, folks. Ask all the questions. Make sure you like us on YouTube also, and click notification so you can get to know when we are live at any point in time. Questions. All right, I'm watching, trying to see if there are any other questions. Okay, another thing a lot of people ask is references. Mostly when we have a core group, we reference each other. That's one thing we do. Then another common question out there is resume optimization. We help with that too, right? We have prompt, build a resume, then we optimize the resume for you. Like I mentioned, we are doing a pilot right now to also have a program you can have people applying on your behalf, and they will put all the jobs they've applied, they will track it for you. So, all right. Another question somebody said is, will there be, well, our program is whatever the fees is, what the fees, it's not going to just change in between the program itself. Now, of course, after the program ends, if you want to take a different program, that's a different program. But within this GRC program, that's it. That's the program. Now, remember, the only thing is your jurisdiction. Most of them will take their taxes. So, but beside that, there is nothing, no increase. All right. Any other question? Okay. Somebody said, okay, I like this. This is a good one, folks. Is it important to take the technical class after the GRC class? All right. Let's pause for a second. I love this question. This is my take. A lot of people that are IT auditors, assessors, auditors in general area, whatever you do, does not matter. It's important to have some credibility in terms of being able to speak the language of the technical folks at some point. It gives you credibility. That's the key. You might have the skill, the knowledge, but nothing beats you speaking the same language from a position of knowledge. I'll give an example. When you do assessment, you ask them, do you do vulnerability management or scan within your environment? Meaning, are you checking all these devices if there is potential risk in them, right? Which is just a tool. Imagine you having the knowledge of the tool yourself. There's a popular one called Nexus, for example. In our technical class, we teach how to use that. Imagine you knowing how to run it yourself, and you're speaking to a technical guy that, hey, do you do assessment or do you run scan? And they say yes. You're not asking from a position of do you run scan? You're running from a position of I know how to run the scan too. I know the kind of vulnerability ranking. I know how it ties to different scores. So your mind is different because you also know what they do. So it gives you that swagger, reputation, and credibility really too. So it's not required. It's a smart professional decision. That's the way I look at it. It's just smart. It's brilliant because you're just going to be, nobody can BS you. That's the good thing. And you're going to learn a lot of tools in cybersecurity end to end, so many of them. But I don't want to distract from. But my recommendation, definitely, it's a no-brainer. Definitely, it will make you stronger. Even though it's not designed to make you a technical person, some people leverage it, but it's designed to make you touch all the cybersecurity tools, including tools to do ethical hacking. So it's just amazing. Good stuff there. All right. Another question. Thank you for that, Mayan. All right. All right. All right. I mean, but more importantly, one thing I'll challenge you as a community is we support and look out for our own. That's the reality here. Not because we know each other one on one, but it's in our interest to see you succeed. The reason and the highlight for us, we need the bragging right of your story. You know, that's the reality. I want to brag about you, your story that, okay, you know what, you did a program here, you became successful. I want to, I need a little bit of footnote in your story of greatness. That's it. So we just want to be part of your success story. So it's important, you know, um, we work together. It's not a one sided thing. Put the work, put the discipline, we work together, then we stand a chance together. That's the way I look at it. All right, another question. What are the job positions? Okay. Okay, I like that. What are job positions and what are the salary expectations? The beautiful thing about our program, because we cover a lot of areas, is we've seen people get job as GRC analysts, third-party risk analysts, data privacy analysts, IT auditors, IT risk analysts, policy analysts, a lot of roles. So what we do is that we don't care about the title, what they call it. If the function aligns with what we've talked about in class, we apply. That's the way we do it. Because a lot of people put different titles. So we're not really caught up. Now we have some titles that we're going to show you guys that, okay, these are the different titles. We've seen people get a job in. We can do that. But generally speaking, a lot of jobs out there, as long as it aligns with a lot of things that we've discussed and done, then we are fine with it. We just go ahead and apply for those roles. Let me show you some of the ones. Let me see if I can see some that we've seen common out there. One second, if I can pull those real quick. Okay. Yeah, if you can see my screen, you will notice these are some popular ones we've seen out there: GRC analyst, third-party risk analyst, data governance. So these are popular ones out there. But there are some I didn't even put there. As long as if the roles align with whatever we've done, then apply. That's the way we kind of position ourselves. Just apply. If it aligns with what we've talked about, then just go ahead and apply to that role. Okay, let's another question here. Okay, okay, another I missed the other part. Now, salary expectation. Now, I'm going to be a little bit broad. Normally, I should make it smaller, but let me make it wide. I've seen 65 to 145. Now, naturally, I make my folks not to go more than 105 for their first job. So I would say internally in my mind, 90 to 105 is perfect for a first job. And the reason I peg it in my mind is I don't want to expose my team to unnecessary pressure for your first job. Nothing is more awkward and, you're under so much pressure. I don't discourage anyone that wants to make money, but also be very careful so that you're not in a position that you would have undue pressure and expectation. So let's just keep it within, sneak in with the middle range. I would recommend that generally. All right, let's okay, I like this. This is a good one too. Somebody said, "Is there provision for those who miss the class?" Blah, blah. So the beautiful thing is that we have a learning management system that we use. You have your portal, all the classes are there, the video recordings, the materials, the assignment, everything is structured there, really. So um, you're fine. It doesn't matter. If you miss a class, you can go back, watch it. The only thing I challenge you, I know life happens. Sometimes you miss one class. Just make sure to go back and listen to it and catch up. That's it. So yeah, absolutely. Yep. So the answer is yes. Okay. Any other question? And please welcome on board for the folks that are just joining. Feel free to just type your question so that we can just quickly address it real quick. And I know a lot of you have reached out to me, so I thought it made more sense to just have a gathering real quick. We just talk about it. We'll probably do the same thing tomorrow for some other folks that couldn't make it, so I can address any question and answer you have straight away. All right, any other question? I know most of you are at work. Thank you for joining. Let's see any other question. I'm looking to see if any other new question. And please kindly like us on YouTube so that you can also click notification to make sure we can keep abreast of anything new in our community also. Okay. Okay, let's see another one. Okay. Does one get certification after the program? Yes. We get a certificate of attendance on the program with all the curriculum and the credit hours. So, yes. Now, the only difference is that there are some professional certifications out there like CRISC, GRCP, and other ones out there. We are also going to be accredited for certification pretty soon. So you can actually get a certification from us also, and our programs are very, very detailed. Once it's fully evaluated, we can offer those certificate also, and you can renew them yearly. That's one of our goals too. All right, class times and let's say another one. How long is the interview? Okay, okay. When do class start? And okay, okay. The program starts June 15th on Saturday. This particular cycle, the days are Saturdays, Sundays, and on Wednesdays. And most of you are in the group we have on WhatsApp already. If you are not in that group, let me see, trying to see if I can make you, if you're not in that group, do me a favor. I'm going to post the WhatsApp number that you can reach, and they would be able to add you to that group real quick. It's a group on WhatsApp that I think is really good. You can leverage it big time, to get information at any point in time. If you have questions, feel free. We'll give you all the answers you need there. And we will try and make it not, it's not going to be a group that will be stressful for anybody. We'll keep it as clean as possible, just share information relevant. We'll try and make it educative also. So on a weekly basis, we can send and share educative stuff that can be leveraged. So I'm going to type the WhatsApp number so you can reach. It's 469 554 9739. And I just shared that number. So you can always reach so we can add you to the WhatsApp group also. All right, let's another one. How long is the interview prep phase? I love this. For everybody, there are series of interview scenarios you can choose. If you come to the Lions Den, which we recommend, typically before you come to the den, we'll prepare you real quick. We'll tell you what to expect. Then you come to the Lions Den. Typically, most interviews will be like 30 minutes to 1 hour max. Most interviews you have, right? And you know, when you apply for a role, typically HR will first reach out to you. That is simple. Then after HR reach out to you, you will now prepare to meet the hiring manager and the team. So mostly with hiring manager, 45 minutes to 1 hour typically, and they just want to understand your skill, your knowledge, and what you've done. That's pretty much it. And as long as you can make me identify with my pain points, then it's relatable. We're just going to be storytellers, really, because people want to know if your story aligns with their challenges and problems also. And if it does, they are attracted to you and I. So that's the way it is, really. All right, let's another one. All right, another question is people say, okay, how do you do work experience after completion? Do you offer work experience? So we don't do work experience for you one on one, and the reason is simple. As an organization, we cannot. If we do that for in our YouTube, we're about 32,000 or so. So imagine cumulatively maybe 100,000 worldwide. And the question is, you can't do that for everybody because that would create chaos for everybody at the end of the day. But what we recommend are a couple of things. One, a lot of people, what we've seen, they use their LLC as references for themselves, or they use their team members to reference them. So those are the things we've seen people do most of the time. All right, let's see another one. That's why we build relationships so that people can reference you at the end of the day also. Um, Somebody said shouldn't be your priority knowing how to do the job because okay, I agree with you, Aziz. I think it's important. And that's why when somebody asks me about certification, not because I don't believe you should have something, but let's be honest, we've seen people do certification for others. So, all right. So the value is, I don't know, it does not tell me any story. I mean, I need you to be able to execute. That's why I'm paying you. If you bring a painter or a plumber, you want them to be able to fix your problem. You're not going to ask, give me certificate of where you, it's strictly action, really. So I think that's why the focus for us is strictly make sure you can take ownership of the project you work on, own it. If we own the project, I think we stand a better chance, really. So own the project, own the your craft, the project you're working on, make it your own and talk intelligent about it. That's why we are not going to be passive in this. You will be active. I'll challenge you. Come out of the show. You have to be active. Ask questions. Be critical. Brainstorm because it's very collaborative. Our program is different, really. It's a very collaborative program because I know your world, your reality will be collaborative. So we get to get used to it now because that's going to be your normal when you start those programs. Okay, let's another question. Okay, I like this. Somebody said, do you know how long stakeholders interact with people in? Okay, so the way I look at it is simple, and that's why we built it in our program to make it interactive. So you're mentally used to that mindset. If you're in GRC, any of these business strategy places, you would have minutes, times you interact with other cross-functional people, other people that you collaborate with. So it's going to be something you would do in real life. Occasionally, your project might require you to be slow a little bit. You don't need to interact for some time, but at some point, you would definitely interact with cross-functional team, other business owners, other technical team, other development team, whatever area you're working on, you would interact. And the beautiful thing about the interaction is mostly you schedule and set up the time for whatever you want to do, which is good. All right, let's see another one. So yeah, you would interact for sure. Um, okay, somebody said, "What if you never had any experience, and how do you deal with that?" I mean, it's the same way for any project or any work you're doing. Really, it's and we don't. For us, it's we make let people make their own judgments professionally. So we're not going to tell you what to do in terms of. We'll just tell you what we've seen. So what that means is that most times, if you just reflect, I went to a training and that's what I did. Yes, it will just be longer because nobody wants to give somebody that says I just went to training an opportunity most times. So most people would reflect some experience in their body of work to showcase, if what you're doing right now, you can message it in a way that would reflect your skill set. You may not know you're doing it, but you're a security officer. Technically, you are constantly assessing risk also, within different perimeters, you within different areas. So depending on the way you coin it, it can reflect risk assessment also. So I mean, it's a messaging thing. So we'll let people use their best judgment there. Somebody said, "Can I start in July?" Blah blah. Okay. Somebody said, "I don't have knowledge in IT at all. How would I cope?" So the way I look at it is simple. Let me tell you my personal take. I think gone are the days any one of us can say in good faith, I have zero idea of IT. Not because you are right or wrong, but because the ecosystem has forced all of us to be part of IT. I'll give an example. I have the grace and privilege of having my parents around, and they are close to 80. Guess what? They are more savvy than I am using Uber and Lyft. I would have questioned and wondered that it would no way that would be a struggle. No, they are even more savvy than I am. The reason is because the system has forced us to be part of the ecosystem of technology. If I come and visit you today, vice versa, the first thing you're going to ask me is, "Can I get your network ID?" Right? And I put the network ID so that I can access your internet. Right? So it's the same thing. The system has forced us to be part of that ecosystem of IT. If you travel to a different location, and you try to log onto your bank account, it will force you to put authentication one time. So these are things that have forced all of us to be part of that ecosystem of IT right now. So I think we're all, whether you agree or not, I think we're all part of that IT ecosystem right now. Now, of course, we'll now learn a few things. I'm not going to teach you what is a computer, what is a mouse, no, that's not what I'm teaching you. I'll just call your attention to say Network is connectivity of devices. So even though in your home today, you're part of a network already because you have all your kids' laptop, your phone, your fridge, your TV, your ring connected to a network, right? So I think we can agree on that. I would also tell you, well, we have something called asset management, meaning all of those digital assets you have, laptop, all these things, there should be a way we can track it, right? Then we'll talk about incident response. If there's an attack, how do you respond? Right? So by the time we go through all this, you just, oh, okay, there are things you can relate with. Of course, day one is our honeymoon. We go through the basic, the foundation. Then, of course, you read more. And if you have zero background in IT, what I would challenge you is instead of 1 hour a day, just put 2 hours a day, you'll be fine. Because it's not like we are teaching you what's a mouse. Gone are the days for that. But everything you will learn within a short time, you'll be caught up if you put the work and time. Between today, tomorrow, we have a foundation IT class. I'll send that link to us. You can watch it just to give you a basic foundation. But I think that should be fine, really. All right, let's another question. We have 8 more minutes. Let's see any other question before we bounce. Thank you all for taking the time. I know it's midday for some of us in our different regions. Any other question? Okay, what kind of computer? Well, it doesn't matter. Mac, Windows, desktop. Now, one thing I'll challenge you, if you're on the road, sometimes you can use your mobile devices so that you can listen to the class. But when it's time to do exercises, practicing, I recommend a laptop or a desktop. Just my recommendation. And a quiet area. It's your treat. I want you to treat yourself for 5 weeks. You've taken care of everybody else. Take care of you, self care for the next 5 weeks. Just professionally, just give yourself a self care treat. That's it. Do live, but your 1 hour a day, segment it and just be you within your own space. That period. That's it. No distraction. Have fun. Do your thing. Learn. Build a new skill. 6 weeks from now, I'm not kidding you, some of us will look back and be shocked that, boy, I don't believe what I've learned in 6 weeks. That has been the common story. Now, we're not of the illusion anything is guaranteed. I know that. But at the same time, you feel proud you've put a lot of work and you've seen yourself elevated mentally, professionally, which is awesome. Um, okay, somebody said, when can, okay, simple, thank you. So when can I raise and start? Okay. So the next one is June. The next one after June, I believe, is either end of July or August. I'll double check on the timing and let you know. I don't recollect it off my head. I think it's August or first week of August or end of July. I don't recollect now. All right, another one. Any other question? I'll try and see if we can do one similar segment tomorrow for your question and answer. And I know when a program like this kicks off towards the end, a lot of people have questions. Most of you have reached out one on one to me. So, like I said, we just wanted to make it something we can quickly address it in real time if you have questions. And but thank you, above all. I'm looking forward to having you as part of our community and as part of the program. It will be a transformational experience, and you would hold me accountable to make sure I teach you relevant things, especially by making sure you look at the job board, look at what they are looking for. And my commitment is that every one of those key areas, we will cover it, we'll make it as actionable, practical as possible. And your commitment is just put the work, put the time, no shortcut. If we do that together, I think we stand a chance together. Thank you, everybody, and God bless. Somebody said, "Is it in Canadian dollars?" It's in US dollars. Everything. It's we're an American business based in Dallas, Texas. We are proud to have some of our Canadian community with us also. So, but it's in US dollars. But you have questions, just ping me one on one on the WhatsApp. My team is there to always respond and listen. Um, are we accessible after the program? Absolutely. One thing you realize is that we don't leave you hanging. If life happens and you have a profession, you start working and you need help, it's so much on our own interest to support you. Not because I like you or any of us like each other, but it's in my own self interest to make you successful. I need your success story so badly, more than you do. That's the way our brand is shown. So it's important you are successful to us, really, even more than you sometimes believe it. We are committed to your success, especially if you want to. if you are hungry. Don't be passive about it. Don't take it casual. Want this so badly. Put the discipline, the work, and you would enjoy it at the end of the day. Honestly, if you put the work and we work together, we are focused together. I think we stand a chance. All right. Okay. Thank you, Esbon. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Gift. All right. So without further ado, thank you so much. We have a segment coming in the next 1 hour. Be part of it. It's our Globe program. I'm not posting it in the regular site because I don't want to, in our regular group, I don't want to distract you guys. But check us on, you'll see it's on YouTube. You'll see, just click on the button. You'll see the live segment in 1 hour. It's a global platform called Glick. At the minimum, come and listen to these guys. They are the guys running things for the Saudi government, the UAE government, some programs in the state of New York. It's a global thing. So be part of it. Just come and listen and it will be fun. All right. Thank you, everybody. God bless. I look forward to seeing you guys on Saturday. Take care, everybody. Bye bye. All right. Let's hear our Skilled song. See you guys. Let's go. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day.
From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skillweed Academy, break down the walls. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Skillweed Academy, it's your time. Feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement where dreams belong. From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skillweed Academy, break down the walls. In the heart of Africa, a flame ignites, a rhythm so vibrant, it sets minds alight. Skillweed Academy, where leaders are born. Embrace the tempo, let your dreams take storm. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Skillweed Academy, it's your time. Feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement where dreams belong. From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skillweed Academy, break down the walls. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the board,